because it's really about developing that authentic, empowered leader so that they can truly lead from their heart, lead from their core essence. And when someone leads from that area, they're a better leader, they're healthier, they can empower others. And so that's really truly, I feel, the core of leadership is the person.
Welcome to the Laws of Business podcast. Here, we will share the skills you need to make your business a success. Learn about goal setting, productivity, time management, marketing, and much more. Hear inspiring stories with today's best business leaders and join a hub of thousands of passionate entrepreneurs across the world. And now, here's your host, Jamil Jama.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Law of Business podcast. I'm your host, Jamil Jama, and I interview successful entrepreneurs. And today I'm going to be interviewing Yengyee Lor about leadership. In this interview, we'll be talking about leadership for entrepreneurs, because all entrepreneurs need to be leaders, and Yengyee is an expert leadership coach. So we hope you enjoy this interview. And before I start this interview, I'll give you all I'll tell you more about Yengyee, who she is and what she's been doing all these years. Yengyee is the founder and CEO of Faithful Consulting, LLC, a social change, mission-driven leadership and team coaching and consulting business focused on developing authentic, empowered, high-performing, high-quality leaders and teams. Yengyee has over 13 years experience in leadership, team building, goal planning, coaching, counseling, assessment, and management. Yengee's education consists of a PhD level education in organizational psychology, master's degree in counseling, and a bachelor's degree in social work. She volunteers her time coaching for W4C3 and helping her community grow. Besides her passion for her work, she loves being a mom to her 2 kids and traveling and exercising. It's a real pleasure to welcome Yengyee Lor. Yengyee, how's it going?
Good, very good. Thank you.
Yengyee, you got a very awesome bio. You've been very busy. Do you ever sleep?
I do. Sleep is very important as well to my productivity, so it's definitely very important. But yes, I enjoy what I do as a leadership coach, and so it doesn't make me tired at all.
That's awesome, because you love what you do, so that gives you energy.
Yes, absolutely.
First of all, Yengyee, first of all, I want to thank you so much for taking your time out to do this interview. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you. I'm excited to be on here.
And before I ask you questions, just could you tell us your backstory, please, like from when you started until where you are right now, please?
Yes. So I was, looking for a way to combine all my education and all the things I really enjoy doing, and so I started on this journey about 3 years ago. Just decided I've written a business plan for a consulting business for a while. I just never made it come to fruition for one reason or another. But when I attended the professional life coaching certificate program in Madison, it was like the catalyst to me starting my business. It felt right that this was what I'm supposed to do. And so that's when I started my entrepreneurship. So that was 3 years ago. And I've been on this roller coaster of excitement, ups and downs, and different learning curves. But it's been amazing. You guys know roller coasters are fun. So they're fun, they're scary, they're everything, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. So.
And Yengyee, your company is Faithful Consulting. Okay, I know it's a consulting company, but can you tell us what type of consulting you do at Faithful Consulting?
Yes. So the name itself, Faithful, there's a lot of different meaning within that for me. Why I name my business this is because I want my culture. When you establish a company, I wanted my culture to be of faithful, which is, the definition of faithful is trustworthy. So to provide trustworthy services to my clients, to do complete work, meaning to get the work that, I say I'm going to do, get it done. So I really want to establish my business based off of culture. And faithful, the pure definition of it is what came to mind. Not only that, but faith is a big part of my life, as well as my daughter's name is also Faith. So this is how Faithful Consulting came to be. And it is really, truly a social change, mission driven leadership coaching and consulting business. That's the essence of this business, because it's really about developing that authentic, empowered leader so that they can truly lead from their heart, lead from their core essence. And when someone leads from that area, they're a better leader, they're healthier, they can empower others. And so that's really truly, I feel, the core of leadership is the person. So that's my emphasis in my business.
That's awesome, and congratulations with your business. And Yang, so what kind of leadership do you focus on at Faithful Consulting?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, authentic leadership is what my business leader is on. And truly that is about all encompassing all different kind of leadership qualities, right? Character, someone of character, building a person of character, values, being who they are, so their confidence in who they are. So that leadership can be a combination of all these qualities that John Maxwell and other leaders in this area talk about. You know, the person then is, okay, what resonates with them, what works for them, and how can they lead based off of their strengths, because it's about strengths too. So that's, you know, the leadership that I focus on is really a leadership that's going to resonate with the person, for them to be truly who they are, to be adaptable to different leadership styles, different leadership skills, so that they can truly lead.
How would someone be an authentic leader? What are the qualities you think? What are the qualities you believe an authentic leader should have? I believe a leader should lead by example.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, you know, being an authentic leader is, you know, servant leadership, as you mentioned, leading by example as well. So it's who they are. So when you are an authentic leader, you find out what are your strengths, what is your sweet spot, what is your purpose, what are some of your good skills and qualities and knowledge that you already have about leadership, and how can you lead then from there. So it's more of discovering a self, the leader within, and then going out and leading, which is then leading by example, by the confidence that you have, by your values, aligning your values with that of the organization. How can you lead with your values in an organization? So it's adaptable. So this form of leadership is really about the person, and then adapting to the different leadership skills that is out there.
There's a quote. I don't know who made this. I don't know who said this quote. The function of leadership is to produce more leaders, not more followers.
Yeah.
How do you go about making more leaders, turning followers into leaders?
Yeah. So what I do is I coach them to be their best self. So that's what authentic leadership is too, you know, following that message, going out because you're a leader, creating more leaders that are also empowered to be who they are, to show their strengths, to show vulnerability. That's part of, you know, being a leader is vulnerability is a huge part of that. But yes, through coaching is key to helping develop a leader.
And can you tell us a story about some of your clients that you've coached and turned them into leaders and made them leaders?
Yeah, so I had an emerging leader that I was working with. She just got into the position and was really afraid of her new role, not knowing how she's going to lead even more senior people than herself. And she's pretty young, and so I was able to coach her through some of her fears, some of her inner critic, and help her to tame all that and find the confidence within herself to truly lead from who she is, that she already knows how to lead already. She already has the ability within herself. She just needed to do it, just needed to tame those inner critic that's saying, you're an imposter, or you're not going to be able to do this. And so I think the biggest battle really is your own inner critic. And so I worked with her about how does she tame that? What are some strategies that she can use to push that aside so that she can be truly who she is, be authentic, and lead from where she's at. So it has been very successful with her. She's come up with many different strategies, really honoring herself, being who she is, and even created. She was able to lead her team, and then even got a higher position after that. So that would be one of my success leadership coaching stories.
Congratulations, Yengyee. There's a quote by John Maxwell: "The growth and development of people is the highest calling of a leader." You do that all the time with people, right?
Yes. I love what I do when they feel empowered and confident in who they are, and knowing that they have the skills, or they can learn the skills to be an effective leader and lead others, as well as teach others to lead from their heart and core. It's really great.
Good leadership isn't about advancing yourself. It's about advancing your team. That's another quote. And I mentioned a lot of quotes, ain't I?
Yes, lots of good quotes.
So, Yengyee, a leader also has to be knowledgeable and loved, right? Or liked by his team or her team.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is more important, knowledge or being liked as a leader? Which is more important?
Yeah. Well,
let's be honest, we don't always listen to people we don't like, do we?
Yes. I don't know if either one is more significant than other, but I think knowledge for sure is really important. Leaders need to keep their mind growing. They need to have a growth mindset. And you can't be a leader if you're worried about being liked, right?
That's true. You can't please everybody.
Yeah, you're going to be respected, and you're going to be who you are, but sometimes you have to make tough decisions as a leader, and not everyone's going to like you, but there's a level of respect for a leader who's able to honor themselves, know where they're going, know where they're taking their team, and do what's best for the organization.
Yeah. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way.
Yes.
And also, leaders are readers, Yengyee. You mentioned that leaders constantly need to be learning.
Yeah.
Is there any books you would recommend, or any resources you recommend?
So, Bill George, he's kind of the founder of Authentic Leadership. I really like him. Of course, you mentioned already John Maxwell. He's really good. Let's see some of my other leaders here that I go off of. So I really like Mark Sanborn. You don't need a title to be a leader.
Yeah.
So those are a few just right off the top of my head here.
And are you a keen reader yourself? Because all leaders are readers.
Yes, I would agree. All leaders are readers, and they definitely have the growth mindset, and they're always feeding themselves with knowledge and staying up to date on things. You have to be.
Yeah. And how often do you read, Yengyee? I read every day. I read how many books do I read at one time? I read like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I read like 5 books at the same time, approximately. I don't read I don't read 5 books a day. I read 4 pages each, so that's like 20 pages a day. It's like a 1 hour and a half.
So I love to read. At the same time, I travel a lot for my work. And so I listen to a lot of audibles. So I probably can get five audibles done in a week, if I'm traveling a lot that week. So definitely keeping, again, the information in your head and learning.
That's cool. Yeah, Yengyee, I want to thank you so much for taking your time out to do this interview. Is there anything else you like to tell us? Do you have any future plans? What are your future plans?
Yeah, so I have 7 years worth of research in just leadership, and I've incorporated that into a curriculum, a 12-week workshop that is really about find your life inspired leadership. So the acronym is FULL, right? Full of life, full of, just live a full life. And which, stands for find your life inspired leadership. So I kind of put all my research along with, amazing leaders in the field, information, as you mentioned, like John Maxwell, things like that, into this curriculum to help people that are feeling stuck. And so develop for people that go through this stage where they're just feeling stuck. They don't know who they are. They're searching for their purpose. They're trying to find out how to lead. They're trying to, they're trying to find happiness again. So I created that 12-week course to help people in that situation, because I myself have been in that situation where I questioned, life in general and purpose and how do I find happiness? How do I do that? And so this course is the next big thing for me. Besides, I also have a blog page for life inspired stories. So stories that people write to me and about their life that they're going through, ordinary people writing their own stories about crucibles that they've been through and the lessons and how they got through it. My whole desire and passion for that is so that we can spread these stories around that, normal, ordinary people go through. We all go through crucibles, life events, but we get through them. And so it's how do you inspire others? How do one person inspire the next? And so these stories are another passion of mine, to share stories of ordinary people making, surviving and making it through life, and how that can inspire another person to be their best leader.
Definitely, because even if somebody is successful, not every day is going to be smooth. You're going to have rough days, even if you're successful.
Absolutely. Yep. It's
going to be like that for the rest of your life. It's going to be like that for the rest of your life. I just accepted that not every day is going to be smooth. Some days are going to be hard. It's going to be like that for the rest of my life. Most people's lives, that's how it's going to be. I just accepted that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and it's right. You can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you react to it. So right there. Mm-hmm.
So Yengyee, if anybody wanted to contact you, where can you be found? I know you've got awesome LinkedIn page, so LinkedIn is somewhere you can be found.
Yep, LinkedIn. I have Facebook, Instagram. My business website is undergoing a transformation right now, but it will be up and running. So I'm on all social medias.
And that's faithfulconsulting.com, right?
Yep, faithfulconsulting.com or Facebook/faithfulconsulting. Search me on Instagram, Yenyee Lor. So there's, and LinkedIn as well, Yenyee Lor. Many different avenues to connect with me, and I just love to hear your story or connect with you and see if I can help. Yeah, I would love to hear your story or even connect with you to just see if I can help you out.
That's great, Yengyee. And I want to thank all the listeners for tuning in, and hope you enjoyed this interview. If you enjoyed this interview, please share it with somebody you think this would benefit. Also, please leave a comment in the comment section, and also subscribe. And I'm your host, Jamil Jama. This is the Law of Business, and that was Yengyee Lor story. Thank you all very much for listening.
Thanks for listening to the Laws of Business podcast. Find out more about us on thelawsofbusiness.com. Thank you for being a part of our journey.